Hi, I really wanted to share my story of how I met a blind man on a date. My name is Michelle Hidell, and next to me is the blind man.
I'm Michael Groff. Hi. Resident blind man here.
Met on Bumble and messaged each other for about 4 days.
Yes.
And then on the fourth day, you decided to let me know you have Leber's amaurosis.
Yes.
And I just said, that's nice.
Yeah, I said I wear glasses. I am legally blind. And you basically said, well, so am I if I'm not wearing my glasses. And I just sort of left it at that because I figured I told you what I have and I kind of explained, but I don't think, it's one of those things that's really hard to shoehorn into a conversation casually. Because how do you work that in? Do you put it in your profile? Some people do, some people don't. I used to, then I stopped doing it. And so it's a really hard thing to broach in a casual conversation without just kind of grinding everything to a halt and go, hey, by the way. So I was able to sort of work it in, and yeah, you just kind of said that's nice, and then we set up a date we started talking on a Monday. We set up a date for Friday, and
I didn't realize you were 6'4".
I did. It was in my profile that I was 6'4".
Well, I didn't look at the profile till we set up the date. I thought, it might be a good idea to see.
Maybe I should read this guy's profile.
Maybe I should read his bio.
Yeah.
We set it up, and you said you'd be in an obvious spot, or I could pick you out.
Right. I said I kind of stand out in a crowd, so I think that you'll be able to find me. I don't think it's going to be too big a deal to be able to find me. I'm 6'4". What else do you? I wear dark glasses. That these are the glasses that I wear right here, and so I think I'm bald. I don't have any. I'm no hair man. So I think it's going to be pretty obvious. And so, let's meet at 3:00 on a Friday afternoon. Should be good. Not a busy time. Summer is a downtime for the restaurant business anyway, around here. And 3:00 on a Friday.
To be somewhere I could see,
right.
Clearly see you.
Well, I figured you're a sighted person. I'm not, but how can you miss me in a crowd? I am told that I'm very distinguished or distinguishable in a crowd.
At a booth in the way back of the restaurant with your back turned against the entrance of the door.
Well, first of all, I sat back there because there's no light, or there's less light over there, so I'm not staring into the light. So
So I had to text you to even find you because.
Plus, I'd gotten there early.
Yeah.
So.
Then we met at the bar.
Yes.
And sat at the bar and talked for a while.
Yes.
And then I did the girl thing. I said I had a headache. But we sat at the bar and then we went to the table. We sat at the bar
and we talked for a couple of hours and we moved over to a table and we might have talked for another hour. It was getting pretty close to 7:00 and then Michelle dropped in the classic.
I've got a headache.
Man, I got a headache. It wasn't, oh, gee, look at the time or... man, it was, I've got a headache.
A massive headache.
Now, full disclosure, I didn't think it was like some excuse or I'm trying to get out of it. I really did think you probably had a headache. And if you didn't, boy, did you ever take that story all the way to the end, because then we went next door. There's like a pharmacy
CVS.
right next door, a CVS next door to the place we were at. You bought the headache meds. You took the headache meds. So I'm like,
but
you know what?
You're skipping the part where I've never had to guide anybody who has low vision or who's blind. So it was really awkward getting out of the car, going into the store. Yeah, I thought, oh my gosh, he's going to trip over the parking blocks. And
it's not that I needed a lot of guide there. I mean, I'm able to see, but it was about 7:00 in the evening. It's summertime, so it's still light. And the way the sun was coming in at that low angle like that, it's pretty bright. And yeah, Michelle obviously had never guided somebody before. So I just kind of, took her arm. I wasn't trying to...
Because you don't use a cane.
Right. I don't use a cane. That's another thing that's very important to note, that because I'm not totally blind, I've had training in how to use a cane growing up, and mobility instructors and itinerants always told me that I should be using a cane and please use your cane or whatever. But I said no because I think my vision is good enough to where I don't need to. And I've mostly gotten along just fine without it, with very little incident. One minor little thing where I got hit by a car.
That's a great story. That will be another story time.
Yeah, one minor little incident, but other than that, I have pretty much gotten along just fine. If you just discount that whole getting hit by a 3,000-pound object thing, other than that, everything went just swimmingly. So no, but we managed to navigate the parking lot and all that just fine, and
and then it took you home.
Yeah, and that was our first date, and it was good. And they just kept getting better from there.
Yes.
So
that's how we
met.
It's like when we'll be talking in 50 years and...
What's your name again? Wait, we met someplace, didn't we? Some such or something. I don't know.
I know it. But we have more stories we want to share.
Yes. We're looking forward to sharing more stories. And it'll be... Story time will be aplenty around
we have
here.
Lots of stories.
We do.
That we could share.
Happy stories,
Very
sad
stories.
We have sad stories?
Yeah.
Stories of tragedy?
Yeah, you got hit by a car.
Well, I mean, I got hit by a car. Okay, that's true. And I guess you could look at it as sad, or you could look at it as a bump in the road.
Life event.
See, 'cause some of this video has been edited for broadcast.
We want more people to...
What Michelle's saying is, if you're interested in these videos, you've enjoyed this for some reason, you can subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell so that whenever we post brand new videos, you'll be alerted to that. And Michelle, didn't you have some sort of catchphrase you wanted to say at the end of this?
I love it when a plan comes together.
That's what it was. I love it when a plan comes together. You're supposed to say it, though.
Oh,
right?
I love it when a plan comes together.
Wow.
Did I do that good?
Nailed it. I love it when a plan comes together. Y'all come back now, you hear?
Yeah. Okay.